friends. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. Welcome to your March monthly tarot reading. It is a tad late. My energy just wasn't great the last couple days, so I wanted to wait and give you guys a good reading versus giving you a meh one. So thank you for your patience, Libra. I appreciate you guys. If you are new, welcome to my channel. Please click on the timestamp right below that reads Tarot Rules and FAQ, so that you can better understand what it is here I do on my channel before you hop into the reading. If you are a returning subscriber and a loyal follower, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I love you and I appreciate you, and I am so excited to read your tarot cards. So let's do it. Without further ado, let's hop in and see what's going on for Libra. So let's see. The truth. You guys are about to learn the truth about something regarding your career or your money, or I know this is a totally different topic, but about your mother as well. So tell me really quickly about the mother, just in a couple cards. I'm going to keep this short. What is the truth about the mother? She's not reaching out to you because she's sad, because like you hurt her feelings or something. You both are feeling some type of way, but I do think there's remorse or resentment, or sorry, not resentment. There's remorse about what was said or what was done. This person feels bad, but they have trouble letting their guard down and admitting fault. So if that makes sense to anyone, and if you are the mother, Libra, this may have to do with someone else in your life, especially your child. But I'm sort of hearing, don't give up on me, like hold on, don't let go. I think this person I'm almost getting is trying to transform their life or do something in a different way because they may have a bad habit or something that they're trying to break free from, but Saturn is really coming down on them hard. They may have a really rough aspect right now in their birth chart with Saturn coming down. And so it's like, I think depending on the situation, which you know better than my gut reaction is give this person a little bit of slack. If they're a constant fuck up, right, and they're making your life anarchy and a living hell, then no, respect yourself and cut the cord. For most of you, though, I think there is reason why the universe is saying go easy this time around, because I do think there's something you don't know, and I do think this person feels bad, but they have trouble expressing it. This person isn't communicating anything, but Four of Cups says to me that they're all up in their feels, and it's not a good feeling. This person may suffer from depression, something like that, and certainly that could be you too, Libra, but I mean, it's coming up in your reading of the truth about the mother or the child. Yeah, see, especially if this is a family dynamic, to me this is like, don't abandon your family. Don't give up on your family. Given the circumstances, right, which again, you guys have to use your own logic and judgment. Obviously, if there's an abusive family member or something like that, I would never advocate for that. For most of you, though, this feels like this isn't worth being petty and fighting over stuff that in the long term, you guys are a strong unit. You guys are a good soul tribe. You're a good family. Even if this is friendship, right? There's something valuable to be gained from this friendship, but I am being told go easy on them. It may be your gut reaction to rip them a new one out of anger or whatever, which does not sound very Libra-esque to me because, you know, you guys are planet Venus, right? But it's not to say you don't get upset. It's not to say you don't get agitated. And I think this time around especially, it's like just err with caution because this person is going through it. They're stressed out, and so they may have taken their anger out on you. It's like just be that person in their life who... what is the word? Strength, steady, solid. That person they can rely on, or the person who like picks them up when they're feeling down. Within reason, right? Sometimes we all have to, you know, take on that role of just be a good friend, right? This person seems to need that this week, or especially if it's your family. All right. Others of you, there's a truth about money or your job, or possibly something to do with your house or your finances. I'm going to see what comes up. So let's see here. An offer is being made. If you're an entrepreneur, there's going to be an influx of new money coming in, or if you applied for a loan or a payout or you know what I mean. It could even be like a government check. There's something coming into you in a monetary sense that's going to make you happy, and it's going to allow you to have some sense of comfort. If maybe you're applying for a house loan or something like that, a payment on your home. There's also good, sorry, hold on. It's funny, it's circling back to this first message, and I didn't mean for it to, but that's what I'm being told to tell you. Something about that person who isn't communicating, they are going to communicate with you. The one who's moody or going through it, or again, said something they should have and may have offended you, they may have really rattled you or something. I think this person is going to communicate. or you are. Someone's going to break the ice here. I think it's them. If you ask this person for money and they said no, and I'm almost getting in a very Libra-esque way, like it's justice, like they owe me that money, or they promised me they were going to help me with this, or some awkward deal involving money and possibly family dynamics, I almost get the impression, and this is just an example, but it's like, you asked your parents to loan you money and then they said no, we can't, but you know, months ago they were like, oh well, let us know when you need help and we'll help you out, and then something about the circumstance arrived where you asked for money when you really needed it and they shut you down, or whatever the circumstance is, it's something like that. I think the person declined or rejected you or said no, but in time they feel really shitty about it, because the thing is, I think they know that they were in the wrong. It's not that you were just asking for money and expecting it because, like, well, I deserve it. It's not entitlement. That's not what I'm getting. It's something essentially was owed to you, or you've helped this friend out 1,000,000 times and the one time you asked for a favor they said no. It's something like that where it's like, well, that's kind of like it unbalanced the scales. This person is going to come around after thinking about it for a while and understanding where that guilt is coming from. They're going to reach out and they're going to pay you back or offer whatever it is that you wanted, Libra. And again, for a lot of you, I don't necessarily sense that's romantic. That feels more family oriented or possibly friends. But, you know, if it's romantic, it may involve a Capricorn. I will say that. Anyway, that just needed to be finished out. Moving on. What's the deal with the job? What's the deal with the job? That message goes for the job too. If you guys went on a job interview and you were waiting a long time and never heard back. For those who went on interviews and you got a decline, I think that's going to stand for a while. However, if you went on a job interview and it was all up in the air, it was like, well, I don't know, they never got back to me. I think a lot of you assumed you didn't get it. There could have been a circumstance where someone else was brought on board, but after a week on training, they decided to leave, in which case it goes to you. And it might not even be that. It could just be that they didn't have the money to bring people on board at the time, so there was a weird waiting period, but reciprocity says the scales will weigh in your favor. There will be a payback, and it's like, it's karmic, it's justice, and especially with your money. Something about money or a job offer works out in your favor, but don't block your blessings by almost like Four of Cupsing, like jumping to the worst case scenario or the worst conclusion, or, oh, I did so bad in that interview. Like, do not beat yourself up about it. Honor your truth, act in your highest vibration as best you can, and, you know, we all slip up from time to time. Something about that works out in your favor. And again, I do think it may have to do with your career or even like your public reputation. I know that's a little bit, you know, heady, but tell me a little bit more about this. Can I have like a 3-card storyline, please? Yeah, news is coming in regarding this issue. And the thing is, I think it's coming to you. So that person who, again, like went back on their word, they're going to come back around again. Somebody was disappointed by something, and whoever was the person coming down on them, or do you know what I mean? The one who did the disappointing, they're coming back around to make it right in some capacity. Yeah, exactly. Somebody did go back on their word. There was something, a promise made, or something even in a written contract where somebody went against that, and now they're either being reprimanded, probably by you, or in theory, it's more like a soul contract. They're coming back to make right what they did wrong. So, I mean, it takes a lot of balls to do that, right? It's not the easy. Yeah, that's important, you guys. It's not always easy to admit when you did something wrong, right? If you have a lot of pride, if you have a lot of ego, and I do think, especially if this person is a Capricorn or an air sign, especially a Libra or a Gemini, it takes a lot for them to admit fault. And I'm not at all saying that that's good, but I think this is a step in them being open to other perspectives or doing things in a way that is more amicable, that respects the other, and it's not just me, right? I think that's the same message. You need to be gentle with this person because they're trying. They're not perfect. They're not exceeding in whatever happens, but they're trying to give a little bit more. And the thing is, you have a very good impact on this person because you teach them values of kindness and niceties, if that makes any sense. There could be some contract with a teaching gig that ends. So, yeah, something about a classroom setting, or it could be that, I don't know why this is tied to that or if it is at all, but you guys may have gone back to school or taken enrolled in a course and you quickly realized, oh, this is not for me. It's like you were gung-ho and super excited to do it, but once you were actually there, your mind wasn't there anymore. It's like you were physically in the space, you were in the classroom, you were online doing the programs or whatever, but as you were there, you were like, I want to be there. Or I'm almost kidding, I want to be anywhere but here. In which case, I think you're going to bring an end to this, because you may have done this in a more, what's the opposite of self-serving? People-pleasing-esque way. You may have been getting that extra course or that extra degree to, I don't know if it was like to impress your boss or to bring home more income for your family. There was something about it where you had good intentions, but I don't mean to offend, but it's like that was never your path. So it's okay that you went down there because you quickly learned, oh no, that is not what I want. But I do think there's a lesson tied to it of, I don't know, were you honoring your intuition? Were you being too self-sacrificial and doing it for the greater good of other people when it really wasn't in alignment with what was good for you? Especially something in education or possibly a career in technologies or something. And obviously that's not for everyone, right? That's a very specific message, but so I do think that you can choose to view this however you want, Libra, because I mean, it's a tarot reading on YouTube, right? So just take it with a grain of salt, right? Not everything will manifest this way, but there is a message here of someone who rejected you, whether it was romantically or from a business contract or, didn't want your services. They change their mind and they come back in and they're very determined to get you back. This could have been especially with these cards. Saturn came in, right? Saturn in, what was it? I think Capricorn, when the pandemic was a huge thing, right? There could have been fires and furloughs and something where it was like they had no choice. They had to do it. And understandably, it left a bad taste in your mouth because you're like, wow, I liked my job, or I thought my boss liked me, and this came out of nowhere. I don't think it was personal. I think it was money. So, I mean, I will say, like most companies, this company values money over their employees a lot of the time. Unfortunately, they let you go, and I think they realize, oh, we really screwed ourselves over. We have to go get Libra back, in which case I think that's what this is. Someone who rejected you goes back on their thought or goes back on their word, but in this case, it works out for you because they're trying to get you back. Now, it could be romantic. I don't have a lot of cups and passion, and so I'm leaning more in the direction of business stuff here. But what is the final word here? Like, what is this person coming at Libra with? Like, what's in it for Libra? Money might be. They may give you a pay raise or something. I'm hearing the word initiative, but that's not what I'm trying to say. But maybe that means something to some of you. What is that? It's like they sweeten the deal. It's like, I know we had to let you go, but listen, if you come back, we'll give you 2 more weeks of vacation. There's like a, not stipulation. You guys know exactly what I'm trying to say. They sweeten the deal. Yeah, this is your boss. They want you back. The Aries might too. The thing is, I sense this is I wanted to say tumultuous. There's nothing in theory wrong with this person. You guys just speak very different languages. And let's be honest, right? That's your opposite, the zodiac wheel. So Libra and Aries, you can be the yin and yang, and that you fit together perfectly sometimes because there is that balance, because you are the opposites. But in a way where nothing about your charts, or however you want to say it, is compatible, it can lead to a lot of ugh too. So there's nothing here saying you can't take this person back. I would just ask, does it respect your boundaries? If this person is coming back and offering you apologies, have they truly changed their ways, or is this going to happen all over again? Just be smart about it, right? Make sure you're respecting yourself. For most of you, this does feel like absolutely an offer's coming in. It might be from a Capricorn as well. And for most of you, it feels more business related. You may also end up returning, I say this all the time in tarot readings, it comes up so much, a job or a career field or even a passion, a hobby that once upon a time you loved, but for some reason or another, circumstances removed you from that thing, or you felt like you had to take a responsible job or do this move to please your people, to take care of your kids better. Again, nothing wrong with that. Eventually, though, that passion project, that thing that really lights your fire, you find your way back to it because it's like your soul feels complete when you're participating in that line of work, you know, in that hobby. For some of you, it's like singing or music or dancing. It's something very artistic. And for some of you, you may end up being an entrepreneur. Some of you are going to go back to school. I keep getting something about education. Yeah, you go back to, something from the past comes back around. Whether it's a job, a passion, a hobby, or a romantic relationship, I have several storylines indicating something from the past. In terms of major arcana, I definitely have Capricorn and Aries and a lot of air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So do with that what you will. And then, you know, I suppose this could be Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I'm going to stick with the ones I named initially. But anyway, if it sounds like your story and you want to take advantage of it, hop on it, Libra. It's all yours. Okay, let's do this one, I guess. Oh, sorry, I was talking into the mic so loud. Sometimes I forget, and it's like, I'm sorry if I was yelling. Please don't yell at me. I apologize. I hope you can still hear. All right, so something good is coming in. Revolution. Something is changing for the better. You have a revolution card and Jupiter return. Benefits. That's what I mean. Like something comes back around and they sweeten the deal. It's better than it was before, so maybe that's why you never took the job in the first place, because it didn't meet your standards. It didn't meet your minimum salary. Whatever it is, it comes back around and it's bigger. It's more expansive. So I would even offer, if it is romantic, maybe this person actually has room to give you part of their give you their attention. Maybe they have room for you in their life now. Maybe they're ready to invest more time in dating. Something with a Leo or a Sagittarius. Yeah, this is the beginning of something new. Well, I'm not even going to say that. This is a new start. This is a new chapter, but the subject matter or the people involved are probably not new. But this is good. And the thing is, you don't have to worry about this. This is one of those rare circumstances where I'm going to say it, this almost falls into your lap. It may have been that you've been busting your ass at a job or whatever for, 5, 6, 7 years. And out of the blue, like a recruiter reaches out. And it's not to say you've been lazy. It's not to say you've been couch potatoing Netflix, for 6 years. You've been busting your ass in one area of life. But because of that, in a karmic balanced way, a new opportunity comes in for you that is very exciting. It's very intriguing, but it's not something that you're like, that's what I want and I'm going to get it. And then I don't know how else to explain it. It's almost unexpected, but it's surrounded with really positive vibes. Tell me more. What's coming in? It could be something again with an Aries or an Aquarius who wasn't sure for a certain amount of time. It's like they had to take some time apart from you, or they had to go in another direction, or the company had to do layoffs, or whatever it is. I hate that this is the same storyline. I never try for that, but it is positive, so why would I deny you the reading, right? Like I always try and get a couple messages just because these are general readings, right? But this kind of seems similar. There's something very beneficial. For some of you, it could be marriage. For some of you, it could be something in the medical industry. If you work with like drugs and, I'm hearing amphetamine. Am I even saying that right? I know that's weird because it makes me think of like methamphetamines, but like maybe you work with, in rehabs or with addicts or something about that. There's like, it's substances and drugs, but it's not necessarily like hardcore or street drugs. It might be like antibiotics or something about, and maybe you work in a laboratory or something about the advancement in medicine or anything involving a medical or career field, or holistic stuff, like it could be supplements or something to take better care of the body. Yeah, how do I phrase this? It only gets better from here. A lot of you, it feels like you've already reached the low point of your career, the low point in your love life, and like you are ascending, but it takes time to rebuild from something that didn't work out. So know that that's part of the process. If this is you right now and you're just like, when is this going to end? Soon. So make sure you're doing the work to get ready for blessings to come in. It's not a time to be complacent. It's not a time to give up. I'm always going to tell you this. It's not a time to sink into those lower shadow vibes. It's good to address those, but then again, go deeper than just, I feel weird and this is uncomfortable and I don't like it. That's part of the process, but it's what you do with that I don't like it that is crucial to getting you to the next step, to getting you to the next chapter. Ask yourself why this is so uncomfortable. Why did that rejection hurt so much? And I know on the surface that seems silly. It's like you're asking me why I hurt because the situation sucks. I get that, right? I totally get that, but that's not going to help set you up in terms of implementing the lessons from that scenario, because ultimately there was something to be gained by that loss or that defeat or that disappointment. And the thing is, it's setting you up for wild amounts of success, things that again you probably don't really see coming. So I'm just wanting to say, I know it's so easy to sink into that lower vibrational energy, right? We've all been there. I do it too sometimes. But essentially, you have to recognize when you're in that slump and pull yourself up. You have to find ways to get excited, ways to initiate more passion and excitement just for your everyday life in anything, whatever that is. Hanging out with your kids, walking through fields of flowers, right? Watching your favorite movie. Make sure you have an enthusiasm for life so that the universe can meet that or match it with opportunities they're gifting to you. Some of you just need to hang out with your tribe of, I'm hearing girls. So maybe that's your daughters, maybe that's your girl cousins, maybe it's your best friends, maybe it's, whatever. Something about like your girl tribe. It's very good for your mental health. Some of you are going to be forced to move into a new place, but it's going to be so much better. So don't look at it as a prison sentence. You're probably very sentimental about your home or your apartment or this and that. For some reason or another, it could be you get offered a job, but you have to move to a smaller location or whatever. It could be the opposite to you. With Jupiter, you may have to move somewhere much bigger, but you seem very hesitant because of you're comfortable. It's like, well, I know this area. I know my neighbors. I know my commute. What's up ahead? Expand your mind to think of how good it could be, because that's really what it is, but you have to believe it. There's a little bit of self-doubt or a little bit of, I'll be honest, a little bit of like pessimism, like, well, nothing ever works out and ba-ba-da-ba. None of these cards indicate anything bad. I don't have any of that. Three of Wands is your ships are coming in. Those ships are big. Do you know everything on them? I don't know everything on them, but I can tell you it's pretty damn good. A lot of you, there's going to be a change in location, whether that's your house or your work, and it's going to be better. So make sure you're going into it with an attitude that, power of positivity, I guess I would say. This is reciprocity. You're getting what you earn. Again, the scales tip in your favor, Libra. For some of you, this may have to do with there's like so many things this could be, but like I'm getting like nourishment. So like food and dieting type stuff. And in fact, even the way I said the scales, this could be something about if you've been kicking ass on your diet regimen or whatever, right? I'm not going to assume it's one or the other, but something about taking care of your body, it's going to start to show on the scales. Does that make sense? For others of you, again, it's sustenance or food or vitamins or, again, drugs that are helping your body perform better. There's something about what you are ingesting or digesting, or could even be if you've been doing like treatments, like intravenous treatments, if you have like an illness or like a chronic, I don't know what it is, but something starts to take effect and it swings in your favor. Some of you are going to be involved in culinary things, or you have a newfound love of cooking, or something about a bakery. You may write at this little cafe and it's like your favorite place to go and you meet groups of friends there or something like that. Night of Flamingos. Yeah, so whatever all that is, if any of that made any sense to you, I know I was throwing a lot at you, that's the news that's coming into you. You have Knight of Swords 3 times. That news is coming in, and again, all these cards are positive. After a little bit of assessment, this is really about allowing yourself to be comfortable with a little bit of unknowns, because I do think like this is a revolution, right, in your life. When is the solar eclipse? The eclipses are in Gemini season, so that's what, a few months away? It's almost Aries season, so I don't know, 3 months? Let me know what happens. Something beneficial with Jupiter is happening for 3 months, so yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave you with that. Thanks for joining me today, Libra. Remember to like, share, subscribe. It really does help my channel. And also, I just wanted to give a shout out because I have a few Libra followers who are just like, you guys are my crew. You guys are my people. You're so sweet and you support my channel and just, you always bring a positive vibe. And I just want you to know I appreciate that. So sending extra love to all those people. Remember to sub if you haven't already. And I will see you next Thursday for more tarot. Bye, Libra. Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading.